Hey everyone, I've gotten a few questions about how to add images to Tiki-Toki. So I wanted to make a quick video to show you that. What I'm going to do is add a couple to my entry here. You'll notice some of you have these white boxes. That means that you tried to add an image, but it just doesn't display correctly in Tiki-Toki. So let me show you how to fix that. I'm going to open admin. I'm going to open my own entry here and go to media. I already have a few images here, but I'm going to add a new one to show you how to do it. For unit 1, when you're adding an image of yourself, the biggest issue or hurdle to sort of overcome is that you have to share a photo that is already out on the internet somewhere. So that's why I tweeted mine. If you would rather not tweet personal photos, totally get that. Don't. Just find an image on a Google image search that is something that interests you, something you like, just a beautiful picture, whatever it might be, to add there instead. And that's totally fine. So I'm going to open this next tab over here. I'm in Twitter. Here's where I added my new profile pic. I'm going to click on this tweet and just make that one big. I can't click here and copy this URL and have that work. This is the URL for this tweet. It's not the URL for the photo. So what I need to do is put my cursor right on the photo, right click or control click on a Mac, and then choose copy image address. I'm using Google Chrome on a MacBook. If you're using a PC or if you're using Firefox or Edge or another browser, this phrasing might be different. It might not say copy image address in those words, but what you're looking for is the option that allows you to get the URL for the photo itself. So I'm going to click copy image address. Now I know that that URL is copied onto my clipboard. I'm going to go back over to media, click add new media, and then here where it says intermedia source, I'm going to paste that URL that I just copied. This is an image. I'm going to leave it. I don't need a caption. I'm going to click save. Now I can see this little tiny thumbnail. It worked. I can click more on my own entry, and then I can see all the images that I've added, and that new one is in fact there. So that's what you need to do. The biggest key to keep in mind is that you can't just copy the URL that's up here in the browser bar. You have to directly right click on the image itself. I'll do one more example. I'll just add it to my own again as well. Here I went to a Google image search. So that's images.google.com. And I searched for Pancho Villa. I study him as part of my dissertation research and the book that I'm working on. So that's why I chose him. But this is an example of what to do when you're searching for an image for your regular timeline entries. You'll go in, you'll put in the name or the name of the topic that you've chosen, whether it's a person, an event, whatever it might be, and you'll see the images that come up here. Via has tons of photos. Some historical figures do not. So as I mentioned in the tutorial for the timeline, if you find that your topic that you've chosen doesn't have images to go with it, you can just choose a landscape of New Mexico, something like that instead, so that you can still put an image on your post. I'm going to choose this one here, Via on horseback. And here I have to do the same thing. So I can't click up here because this is the URL for the image search. It's not the URL for the image. So don't copy the one that's up here in the browser bar. Instead, I'm going to put my cursor right on the photo. I'm going to right click and choose copy image address. Now I'm going to go back to Tiki-Toki, add new media in source. I'm going to paste that image address. Everything's set right here. I'm going to click save. And I notice here's the thumbnail for that one. And as I click this little arrow to go over, here's the image that I just chose. So that's how to get your images to display correctly in Tiki-Toki. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have additional questions about this or anything else. And I look forward to continuing our work together.